What is up, guys? It's me, Wildest, and this is just a little Arsenal news update for any Arsenal fans and football enthusiasts. There's no exclusivity just to Arsenal fans. So, as you can see, you've got the legend, Thierry up there, always in the corner. Bit side, you've got still a great player, in my opinion. Still a great player. But, uh, basically, Theo Walcott is still yet to sign a new contract with Arsenal, and people are saying, oh, he might leave, he's going to do with Van Persie, he's going to go. Uh, and there's okay, he could do, maybe he will. But compared to the things that Van Persie was saying, uh, Walcott, I'm much more confident that he's going to stay because he's mentioned before how contracts take long time. His previous one took over 6 months, so there's no rush to get it done. Um, he seems committed to the club. He needs to be more backed by the manager in terms of playing, but I think he might play a lot more in Europe. Like Premier League is a bit bitty, but Walker can really perform in European competitions against teams that aren't used to it or can't cope with the pace. So Walcott definitely has a role within the team. Um, he has said that, and some may laugh at this, some may support this. I actually support this. He thinks that he can become a player in the mold of Thierry Henry. Now, it is really, really difficult for anyone to emulate anyone who is their hero, for one. But if Walcott is to emulate Thierry Henry and become the striker that he wants to be, he's going to have to work a lot harder, he's going to have to score a lot more goals, and have the mentality of the striker. Because it's one thing having the shooting and the pace, but Thierry Henry, you could tell, he's born to score goals, he's born to do amazing things, he's born to win games for his team. And if Theo can do that, then fair play to him. I really, really hope he does. Um, I don't think he'll leave simply because you don't get someone who says, I want to become a legend like Thierry Henry, and then goes and leaves the club so 6 months later by choice. It's not going to happen like that. And if he does, then that's just retarded. And why would he ever say something like that in the first place? But that's just Walcott. Got to wait and see what he does. I personally do want to see him play in the middle more, but it's up to the manager. And we do have a good talent everywhere on the pitch now. Chamberlain, Jorginho's playing up front, Podolski's role. We've got all these players, so he's not going to get easy runs played in the middle because it's not like it was back in the day where he had a certain amount of players. Walcott has to fight for his place. Moving on, Jack Wilshere is back in training, and apparently everyone's saying it. Wenger's saying it, Wilshere said it, Walcott's saying it. Better than ever, apparently. He's back to his best. Vision's still there, pace still there, technicality's still there, and just because he's young, everyone puts a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but that's not really the case. Um, he's gonna be the best, I think. He's coming back from a long injury layoff, 18 months, I believe. And even though it was his ankle, which is something which could be injured again, as long as he plays with confidence and the team supports him, he's going to have a good time. No problem about that. And it just adds to our strength and depth. Ramsey, Arteta, Diaby, um, who else have we got in there? Coquelin can play midfield, so can Chamberlain. Podolski could even play there or thereabouts attacking mid. Cazorla, look at that, 6 players that can play in and around the centre mid, and it just adds to the power that is the Gunners. And finally, words from Arteta that he does believe that Arsenal have a good chance of winning the Premier League. Often when someone comes out and says that, you think, nah, he's just saying it to like build us up. But there is a genuine belief amongst the players that if we can keep our consistency up, we will be there in and around the finish line with the rest of them, as we should have done last year, because we finished 18 points off of the 2 top teams, and you could say those 18 points are majorly dropped in our first 10 games, and then reinforced with losses at Old Trafford and losses at City's ground. So if we can counterbalance those points, who's to say we can't be up there? I'll challenge anyone to say Arsenal are not a worthy title contender in any competition. So yeah, Arteta, he's experienced, he's 30 years old now, he's working with Santi Cazorla, and it's just all working, it's all fitting together, the defence, Koscielny, Marlon, and then the interchanges, might have Mertesacker for Marlon. I don't trust Giroud still, he's calamitous and he's rubbish, forget him, not even thinking about him. Jenkinson, he's playing so well. Jenkinson and Sanya, Gibbs and Santos, they're sorted. Manone, he's amazing, and then Chesney. All of this considered, Arsenal have a great chance. Tomorrow we play. I can't remember who we play, but we play in the Capital One Cup tomorrow at the Emirates. Anyone who's going, have fun. Arsenal should win it. We'll have loads of young players on show. Coquelin, uh, Chucks, NK, some other people. Arsenal will play a mixed balanced squad. I reckon Chamberlain will probably play again, as he did last year. And then on Saturday at 12:45, we've got Chelsea. Yeah, we've got Chelsea at the Emirates. So hope we win that game, and hope it's all blessed, because Chelsea are on top of things, and this will be their first real test, because they've only really had minnows to play so far. They've had a few tests. They only just won 1-0 the other day, but playing us in our home is going to be a challenge for them. And as long as Torres and Hazard are not on it, I think we'll have a good game. And as long as Cazorla's on it, which he has been so far. So here's to Arsenal and the future. Remember, in Arsenal we trust. It's not about the club. No, what am I saying? It is about the club, but it's also about the manager, not just the players. So remember, Victory through harmony, Victoria Concordia Crescent, and all that. And it's been Wireless, and I'm out.